So we're only a month into 2018 and the year's kicked off with a bang, so I thought I'd take a look at some of the best upcoming games scheduled for release this year. I'm Luke from MASH and this is my top upcoming games of 2018. Days Gone.
Someone asked me once if I remembered how it all went down, as if it happened so long ago that anyone could forget. So yeah, I remember.
So Days Gone is an upcoming PS4 exclusive, first teased by Sony at E3 2016. Now when I first saw the trailer, my thoughts were, oh god, not another tired zombie survival game. To be honest, I'm a bit sick of seeing those shambling brain-eating cretins featured in every other AAA release. However, upon doing a bit more research, it's safe to say I was wrong. Yes, this will include zombies, now known as freakers. It has a different feel to it. Instead of facing off against 2 or 3 of these at a time, instead you're faced with hordes of the buggers, forcing you to think quick and use everything in your arsenal to keep them at bay while you make your escape. You'll take control of Deacon St. John, who looks like a rejected character from Sons of Anarchy, as he mounts his bike and takes to the road, crafting, looting and shooting his way across the landscape. Objectives will be set at your own pace and there are many ways to tackle these, from stealth to using the environment to your advantage, all the while facing off against hordes of these quick and nimble enemies, from standard freakers to packs of zombie wolves called runners who can outrun your bike. I for one can't wait to put on my leathers, mount my hog and stick it to those freakers hundreds at a time. God of War.
Your mother's knife. It belongs to you now.
What for?
A test. She taught you to hunt, yes?
Yes, sir.
Then show me what you know. I am hungry.
So God of War's been a stable franchise for many years. As we all must know by now, it follows the adventures of Kratos, the ashy, angry beefcake, as he rips, tears and slams his way through Greek gods of myth in an epic quest for revenge. This new title, however, is set to take a very different approach. Instead of epic larger-than-life hack-and-slash set pieces, this game feels much more focused. Moving the camera to an over-shoulder view, you feel much more connected to Kratos. Character development and story plays a much bigger role in this game. It looks like they've taken a lot of influence from The Last of Us here, as this time around you're joined by Kratos' son, and we'll see a much more in-depth look of how Kratos interacts, teaches and protects somebody he cares about. Set in the world of Norse mythology, we can expect to see many references to Thor, the Great Serpent, and many other mythological nasties along the way. Scheduled for release March 2018, personally I can't wait to play a fresh take on what is one of my favourite characters from the last generation of consoles.
No, boy!
Sea of Thieves. A rare game, to say the least. No? This is definitely another contender for Game of the Year. Ever since I jumped into the boots of Edward in Black Flag, I've had a pirate bug. That's where Sea of Thieves comes in. A multiplayer experience, you're forced to build a crew, hunt for treasure, take down enemy vessels, and do all things piratey, all the while playing with other people in an open world ocean. So the beta was released for a few days and, it's got to be said, has done very well. It's no doubt that when the game releases in March that people will be flocking to the servers to do a bit of swashbuckling with their friends. Oh, and drink rum.
We'd like to blow you into little pieces. That's pirating for you.
SpiderMan.
All units, 1010S at 36 and Park. Repeat, all units be advised. Shots fired at Fisk Towers.
So let's be honest guys, there basically hasn't been a good Spider-Man game since 2. So it's no small feat bringing in everybody's friendly neighbourhood Spider-Man to the gaming world. So hearing that there'll be an exclusive Spider-Man game coming to the PS4 had my spider sense tingling. I've yet to be impressed with the movie tie-in games over the last few years, but hearing that this title is in no way linked to Marvel's Spider-Man Homecoming film had me excited again. Yes, this is going to be a standalone story set in a timeline where Peter has been web-slinging for a few years now. Being developed by Insomniac Games, responsible for titles like Ratchet & Clank and Infamous, there's a reason to be excited. I can't wait to don the blue and red and tangle with some of Spidey's most iconic villains. Only time will tell whether this is going to be a hit or miss, but remember Insomniac, with great licensing comes great responsibility.
Please don't screw this up!
State of Decay 2. Personally, I think that State of Decay was one of the most underrated titles of the last generation. I spent hours upon hours developing my character's home base and exploring the small but intricate map. But one of the issues I always had was the lack of multiplayer. I mean, it would have been a perfect game for 4-player co-op experience. This is why I got very excited to see that they were developing a second installment, and yes, this time you can play with friends. So gear up, set up and get ready to jump into the closest thing to a Walking Dead open world survival game you're gonna get. Unless of course they decide to make one, fingers crossed. So that's been my top games coming out in 2018. If you've got any to add to the list, comment below. Remember to like, share and subscribe. I've been Luke from MASH and I'll see you next time. Bye.